This cute little sausage dog is actually a kitchen gadget and it's designed for cutting up hot dogs. I'm going to test out a few gadgets today, so stick around, but let's get started with this. It's called the hot dog slicer and is supposed to create bite-sized pieces in an instant. The packaging is nice and bright and I'm cutting the ties to remove the gadget. So, first impressions are, it looks really cool. It's made with nice bright colours and the plastic feels pretty strong. There's this pointy little tail at the back and this really cute little face at the front. And this little doggy water bowl is actually designed for holding some sauce. We can lift off the whole dog section and it reveals this cutting plate. It's just made out of plastic, but it's nice and thin, so hopefully it will cut through quite well. The base plate looks like this and the cutting blade slides down in between the grooves. It dips down in the middle a bit to kind of cradle the sausage. So let's give it a try. I'm taking a hot dog sausage and laying it out on the base. But straight away you can see it's a bit too long, so I'm actually just going to cut it down to size. It sits in there nicely now. And to use it, we just line the slicer up over the top and push it straight down. Well, that was easy enough. It seems to have chopped it all the way through, so let's take a look. All these pieces seem loose, I can move them around and they all break free. And for this one, I'm just going to lift it up off the base and tip them out onto a plate. And it's worked pretty well. We've got these neatly cut pieces of hot dog. If we take a look at the base, it has left a bit of a mess in between the grooves and on the cutting blade too. But both of these are easy enough to wash. The washing up brush gets nicely down into the channels. So this time, after I remove the dog, I'm going to fill up the water bowl with ketchup. Then I'm laying on another cut down sausage, and let's try it again. If we look at it from above, the sausage kind of bursts through the cutter. It's not really a struggle at all, it does it easily. And the idea is you can just dip it into your ketchup or mustard and have it as a nice little snack. Pretty cool, huh? I also found a little fork picks them up out of the cutter easily. It has sliced them really well. It's definitely a fun gadget and I think it would make a really cool gift for a kid. Next I want to show you this. It's an electric knife sharpener. It's got these different channels for different types of sharpening. It's mains powered and is actually a retractable lead. It just pulls right out. That's really impressive, I like that. And there's a little button here you can press in to recoil it. The instruction manual details how it works, and it's also got a little diagram showing the different parts of a knife. There's these suction cups on the base, which are used to keep the unit firmly on the work surface while you're using it. I'm pulling out the lead again and plugging it in, then press the on button, and you can hear it whirring into life. To test it, I'm going to use this knife. It's quite large, but the blade on it has become pretty dull. We start off by using the left-hand side of the device. In here's the coarse grinding stone. We slowly draw the knife back through the channels, and there's a channel for each side of the knife blade. And once we've done a couple of passes on the coarse grinder, we move over to the other side. In here's the fine grinding stone. Repeat the same process, drawing the knife back slowly, working on each side of the blade. It really doesn't take long, and I think we're done. If I run my thumb over it like this, it definitely feels a lot sharper. We can see the cutting edge is nice and even and clean, and I'm going to try it out. I'm testing it out on a tomato. Before now, it was a real struggle to get a nice thin slice. Oh wow, that's so much better. Yeah, it's slicing through this like butter. It's definitely much improved. Look at these nice thin slices. I think it's done a really good job. And if I try it with a paper test, it's cutting it without any problems as I'm holding it. But what's really cool about this knife sharpener is you can also use it for scissors. There's another channel down here on the side. We put our scissors in like this, and again draw it back against the grinding stone. Do both blades, and after a couple of passes, your scissors are done and they should be nice and sharp again. But it's also got another feature. This little hole here is actually for screwdrivers. I found this old screwdriver which has got some damage on the tip, so I'm going to try fixing it. Put it in the hole here and you can press it alongside of the grinding wheel. And again, it doesn't take long at all. There we go, a nice new tip for my screwdriver. That's really cool. Next I want to show you this. It's a finger guard protector to use when you're slicing things. It's made from stainless steel, and it's got this hoop at the back to slide your finger through. Mine was a little bit big, so I bent it in a little. And there we go, it grips my finger firmly now. The idea is we use it when we're slicing up things like vegetables to keep our fingers away from the knife blade. You can actually run the knife blade down the side of the shield to help you guide it. I'd say it works pretty well. It is a little bit cumbersome to have on the end of your fingers, but it'll definitely help to protect them from the knife blade. And now I'm going to test it on this bunch of chives. You can actually use the shield to kind of pinch them all down and hold them, then cut them with a knife. I'm not sure this is something I'm going to use regularly, but if using a sharp knife does worry you, you might like to try it. Next I'm going to try out something a little bit different. Any idea what this is? It's actually a gadget for the bathroom. This is an automatic toothpaste dispenser. And here it is. Well, it looks smart. It's got kind of a marble effect look to it. There's this silicone plug in the top, which is where we'll fit the toothpaste, and there's a nozzle up here inside. It doesn't need any batteries, it works with a pump by pushing this part back with your toothbrush. To use it, first we need to install it onto a wall. There's an adhesive strip on the back, so peel off the backing, and fix it nice and square onto the wall. Then take a tube of toothpaste and undo the lid, push it down into the silicone plug, and screw it on. It should make a nice airtight seal, and I actually think it looks quite smart. So let's try it out. I'm using my electric toothbrush, and I'm pushing it up against the plunger. It takes a couple of pumps to begin with to prime the toothpaste through the mechanism. And there we go, it kind of missed the brush and went onto the stem. Maybe the brush on this electric one is just too small, so I'll try it with a normal one. One pump and yeah, it deposits a nice blob of toothpaste. Pretty cool, huh? I then found if you don't push it so far in, it deposits the toothpaste more centrally on the brush. So I'm going to try it with the electric one again. And this time I found I could get it spot on. Yeah, look at that, that's really good. Next I want to show you a really cool little contraption. Mine came with this little bottle opener, but we're interested in this. It's this clever jar opener that, as you rotate the handle, it squeezes the jaw tighter onto the lid. It's a cool mechanism and it feels well built. So let's try it out. I'm starting with this jar of pesto because the lid is really tight. And one of the great things about this gadget is that it automatically adjusts to the lid size. It's got a comfortable handle that you can get a really good purchase on. And there we go, it's undone the lid. The metal drawers tighten onto the lid the harder you turn it. It does seem to work well, and I love the way it automatically adjusts to different lid sizes. The next one we're going to look at is this one. It's a long rubber strap attached to a handle with a toothed grip section here. And it works the same way as an oil filter wrench for your car. The rubber belt slots down into a channel in the handle, and we can adjust the size of the loop at the top. Pull it back through to tighten it around the jar lid that you want to open. Then use the handle for extra leverage to undo the top. This gadget is brilliant. It's basic but robust and very well made. It's probably a little bit more fiddly to set up than the other gadgets we looked at, but you could use it for a whole host of different things, including plumbing applications, or even things as small as bottle tops. If you've enjoyed these gadgets, you might like to take a look at some of these, like this alternative hot dog slicer, and this other knife sharpener. You can watch it by clicking the link. Don't forget to subscribe and click the like button. Have fun, stay safe, and as always, thanks for watching.